This is like 1,500 words longer than my swearing-in speech, but as you can see, I got a whole lot to tell. I continue to work to strengthen our relationship with tribes, as I recently visited with the Tunica Biloxi tribe down in Louisiana. We recently visited Washington, D.C. with the Assistant Chief of the Catawba, and also with a council member from the United Nations of Wisconsin. And I'm planning to visit with some of the tribes in Virginia soon to strengthen our relationship and see where we could possibly collaborate on future items. And of course, I just mentioned our youth exchange with the Pequot. We are very excited about this opportunity for our youth. As chairman, I take these relationships serious and believe in healthy dialogue and strong partnerships with our brothers and sisters across Indian country. By the way, we have a lot of support throughout Indian country. I just want you guys to know that. We have a lot of support. We got a lot of individuals who pull for us, a lot of individuals who want us to succeed. And I want you guys to know that no matter when you hear something negative from the folks over there, just know it's a very small voice. It's a very loud voice because they got a lot of money, but it's a very small voice as far as who's with them shouting. It's usually them and one or two others. But death tends to, mute some of those voices, and life that we have here would definitely drown them out soon enough. There was a lot of excitement earlier this year when the president issued his executive memorandum regarding full federal recognition for the Lumbee Tribe. Since then, we've been building momentum. We've consulted closely with the Department of Interior as they prepared the memo for the president's office. We've met with congressional leaders to advocate for the Lumbee Fairness Act and worked hard to grow support for our legislation across Indian country and beyond. Just last week, I was in D.C., and tomorrow, I will be attending a meeting at the White House to discuss the release of the Department of Interior's report and next steps to get the Lumbee Fairness Act passed in Congress and placed on the president's desk. I also want to take a moment and tell you all that the Lumbee people have a true champion in Senator Tillis. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Regardless of party politics or whatever, when somebody stands with you and they fight with you and they go above and beyond and they do more than what anybody else has really done, that's a true champion. And so he and his staff worked tirelessly to build support and get our bill over the finish line. Yesterday, he announced his retirement from the Senate at the end of 2026, but it will not have any kind of negative impact on our bill moving forward. Matter of fact, Senator Tillis texted me last night and said, by the way, we just added another co-sponsor. I said, well, great, thank you. So he continues to work on this thing. Next month, on August the 16th, we'll host our third annual Federal Recognition Gala. The funds raised go directly to support our recognition efforts. The funds raised are used to support our travel to D.C., and it also allows us to fundraise for candidates and lawmakers. We don't have 4 or 5 casinos like the Eastern Band of Cherokee, so we have to depend on you all, our people, to help support these efforts, and for that, I'm so grateful for your support and your generosity. Thank you all very much. We can't compete with the $50,000 checks that they write to this political organization, or the $100,000 checks that they give over a 2-year cycle to this organization. But you know what? When we can show up to these little fundraisers with our $1,000 check or our $2,000 check, we get to get in and we get to have that FaceTime with those lawmakers. And that's not possible without these types of things like this happening. You cannot use federal funds to lobby lawmakers. Okay? You can't use state funds. You have to have individual funds to help do this type of work. And just so you guys know, when it comes to our gala, everybody pays to get in, including me, the tribal council, and anybody else affiliated. We all pay because it's for all of us. So just know, if you hear anybody say, well, they get free tickets. No, they don't. They do not. We pay because we care about this, and we want this money for our efforts in fighting for full federal recognition. Many of you have asked, what can I do to help? I see it a lot, I hear it a lot. And this is what I tell people on the street. The answer is simple. Call your congressman. Call your United States senator. Especially those of you out of state. If you live outside North Carolina, please call your senators, call your congressman. We pretty much have North Carolina on lock. We're good there. But outside of North Carolina, we need your support. So ask your friends, your family, and colleagues to call their congressmen and their senators. Tell them it's time to take action on the Lumbee Fairness Act and to become a co-sponsor of our bill.